What's up YouTube, this is Fresh Pair back with another video for Tech Focus. This is where I basically nitpick about the tech of a shoe. This segment is not for everyone, you've been warned. For today, I'll be talking about the outsole of the Adidas Crazylight Boost 2016. Some say that this has Continental rubber while others say the contrary. If you insist on watching, then go ahead, and while you're at it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, check my website. If you missed my performance review for the Adidas Crazylight Boost 2016, you know the drill, links are posted below. With that said, let's get in focus. Continental is a German company that manufactures rubber tires. In recent years, Continental has teamed up with Adidas by providing the rubber outsole with the traction compound for some of its footwear. This began in 2007. In 2015, the two companies also launched their Get Your Grip campaign for running shoes. As expected, this partnership expanded to the basketball shoe line, which began with the D Lillard 2. The Adidas Crazylight Boost 2016 is the most recent one, and some others are expected to follow. Some have noted that the rubber outsole of their Crazylight Boost 2016 does not have the Continental logo specifically on this rubber patch near the heel. Obviously my pair does not have it, but strangely enough, the red and white colorway has it. In other words, the issue for some is this patch of rubber that should indicate that Continental rubber was used. Without the Continental logo, it seems reasonable to think that Continental rubber was not used. Where the logo is, that section of the outsole should use Continental rubber. This groove basically separates the outsole into two parts, a large part of the forefoot and the rest of the outsole. Note that the rubber patch belongs to this larger section of the outsole. In that case, this section of the forefoot does not use Continental rubber across all colorways. So what does Adidas publicly say? The website of Adidas Philippines lists the outsole of this colorway as using Continental rubber along with the generic non-marking rubber. The same goes for the website of Adidas US. In other words, Adidas is basically saying that this has Continental rubber, particularly where the rubber patch is located, while the forefoot section has your generic non-marking rubber. It's a bit confusing, really. But for the sake of discussion, let's assume for a moment that this outsole is not Continental rubber because the patch does not have the Continental logo. Based on my experience, the rubber outsole in my pair had excellent traction. I emphasized that in my performance review. Now, if the outsole is not Continental rubber and yet the court grip is excellent, it can mean that the traction here has little to do with the company that produced the outsole. Instead, it can mean that the traction mainly depends on the type of rubber compound used and how it is implemented. Of course, being a rubber tire maker, Continental company knows a thing or two about rubber compounds and their potential use in the outsoles of basketball shoes. But let's not forget that even other non-Continental rubber outsoles can also have great traction. This brings us back to this shoe. While it seems that this does not have Continental rubber outsole, it still has great traction. From a strictly performance standpoint, names do not matter big time. The bigger concern here is function. If that's the case, whether or not this has Continental rubber should really not be a big concern, and for me it really isn't. And many times, names are just for branding, not to mention patenting and outright advertising. For example, what Nike has patented as Hyperfuse is simply TPU reinforced mesh on top of a synthetic base. What Brand Black has patented as black foam for cushioning is simply a variant of foam. Now the Boost foam of Adidas is basically molded capsules of thermopolyurethane or TPU. In short, the tech of a shoe can go by any name, but at the end of the day, if it gets the job done, then the name should only be a secondary concern. After all, the function of a tech should be more important than the name that it has. At this point, however, I'm inclined to believe that the absence of the Continental logo makes this non-Continental rubber. It's like Continental is saying, if it does not have our name on it, then it is not from us. After all, let's not forget that branding means a lot for businesses. Besides, it's not like Continental is saving up costs on ink by excluding their logo on the outsole. Advertising is a powerful thing. It can set expectations as much as it can break them. For the most part, consumers have the right to know if they truly got what they are told that they will get for their purchase. If they are promised something, then they should get just that. After all, they paid for it. But personally, and this is just my opinion and I do not expect you to agree with me, I don't really mind if the rubber outsole of the Adidas Crazylight Boost 2016 is Continental or not. Again, what I mind is the performance. If it grips the floor really well and if it's durable, then that's that. Adidas and Continental can call it whatever name they want or just leave things blank, and I won't mind for as long as I get the shoe's performance value that I'm looking for. And so far, this has great traction. And even if this turns out to have Continental rubber even in the absence of the logo, then I'm still fine with it. That is it for today's Tech Focus. Feel free to agree or disagree. Share your thoughts below. There will be more, so please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram for regular updates. Check my website as well. Links are posted below. Thank you. This is Fresh Pair signing out for today. Peace.